Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we'll be discussing a collaboration done with New Balance and Junya Watanabe on the 574 silhouette. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Today we'll be talking about the New Balance popular silhouette, the 574. And this is a collaboration done with Junya Watanabe, and this is in the cream colorway. So we'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I style this really minimalistic color scheme, and then we will conclude with how much these are going for on the resale market. So let's jump right into it. Just a little history behind the 574 silhouette. So this is actually, or was actually, New Balance's very first lifestyle sneaker, which is crazy to think about because now New Balance has so many different models, but this was the OG, and to this day is probably still one of the most popular, most bought sneakers out of all of their different silhouettes. One of the key reasons behind that, and one of the inspirations behind why they created this, was to really go after that consumer that wasn't really interested and invested in buying any of the 990 series because of the price point. So they basically took inspiration from the popular 576 upper of this, and then they really depleted kind of the technology that was used in the midsole portion of the sneaker itself to lower the cost for the consumer. Also, the 576, which is typically made in the UK, they decided to actually make the 574 out of Asia again to lower the cost so that the consumer could pay a lower price point, which is a huge part as to why this was so successful. And you know, when I say a lifestyle sneaker that's super popular, if you're not, you know, very familiar with New Balance, this is basically like New Balance or what you would call Adidas's Stan Smith or Nike's Air Force One. It's very similar to those typical silhouettes for other brands, but this is New Balance's most popular one. All right, so as far as the color scheme goes on this one, it's pretty neutral in tone. We've got some beige on the nubuck here, and then a different, just kind of softer nubuck on the front, but in a nice light khaki tone. We've got some simple khaki laces, and that same exact material that you feel on the toe boxes on the tongue as well. I will say 574s definitely don't have this high of quality when it comes to material. Again, they've kind of cheapened out on the material just to keep it at that low cost price point. Because this is a collaboration, you're definitely feeling a little bit more of some high-end upscale materials that are used throughout this specific sneaker, but this is not typical to have that high of a quality material used on the 574. As far as the additional laces, you are getting these cream laces as well, and that kind of matches the New Balance's tone as well as the backdrop to the 574. All right, so let's take a look at those details, then move along to the side paneling. Wrapping around to the side paneling, you'll notice that we've got just this same smooth nubuck, a little bit more of a hairier nubuck on top of that, which is also prevalent on the end, which is also outlined in cream. One of the things that I don't love about this is I feel like the color blocking on here, I would probably have preferred this to be more cream and kind of spread out. But they decided to kind of keep it more, I guess, minimalistic and more of a one-tone shade for the side panels. So they kept it all this light khaki color scheme. And then as we wrap around to the back, we've got some cream and then we've got eYe. So for those of you who don't know, this is a brand of Junya Watanabe's that was created in 2005. And it was basically another line to CDG. So you've got that branding on the back. You also have eYe Man Junya Watanabe in the insole and New Balance in the insole as well in white and black. As we wrap around to the lateral side, this is where you're getting some more of a lighter brown hue with New Balance's logo here, and then the end cap technology on the bottom. And then we've got the same color blocking as you saw on the medial side, which is also on the lateral side of the sneaker. Wrapping around and working our way down to the bottom of the midsole, this is where we're getting some more khaki tones, and the sneaker is completed with this black outsole. You also get a duster bag in here. So again, like I said, this is more of a high-end collaboration. So I love that they did incorporate a dust bag for you with the branding on it here. And then you also get a little pamphlet here with the eYe branding as well. And as far as the box goes, you just get a typical normal New Balance box. So kind of shocked actually that they didn't decide to go with more of a upscale kind of designer box, but I guess they kind of lessened the price range there, which is keeping a typical simple gray New Balance box. All right, so let's look at all of those details, then move into size and fit on these. All right, so as far as size and fit goes, in the 574 silhouette, I go true size. I do have higher to narrow feet, so depending on whether or not you have flat or wider feet, that could differentiate from my own since we do have different types of feet. All right, so now let's talk about how I style this minimalistic color scheme. For the first look, I decided to wear a cream and black striped maxi dress just for a super casual kind of look. Then for the second look, I decided to wear a beige vest with some matching beige khaki colored shorts for a nice, just minimalistic one-tone look. And then for the last and final look, I wore a cream button down with some cream denim pants. All right, so now let's talk about how these are doing on the resale market. So these retailed at $220, and you can actually find these on sale on certain websites. So definitely check these out if you are a fan of the 574. I know that this has made a lot of different magazines top sneaker of the year. So definitely, I think this is a very good color scheme. And again, just a higher quality 574 than what you would typically see. And getting these on sale is really just a great deal overall. All right, everyone, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We'll catch you all next episode.